Hi, good afternoon, guys. So for those of you who submitted this Monday assignment before I post the video, will definitely get extra credit participation points. Thank you guys so much for telling me what you guys understand and don't understand about the text. So now I know what to explain. All right. So we're going to go over the questions and read the text together, because number 1, 2, and 3, you really have to read the questions carefully to know what it's referring to. But let's get started. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of similar things and familiar things. But before long, I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears. But still they sat, and still chatted. The ringing became more distinct. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued and gained definitiveness until at length I found that the noise was not within my ears. So, because I'm not giving you the latter paragraph, the later paragraph, you don't know what it's all talking about. So this is having you practice your inference skills by going back to the text in front and using this portion of the text, lines 90 to 135, to really guess and make an educated guess about what the madman is talking about in lines 137. Oh, this computer is so slow. 137 to 144. Okay, so with that idea in mind, we understand already that lines 90 to 135, he was talking about killing the old man, okay, flipping a bed on top of him, and then thinking the police were called because the neighbors heard a shriek. So a lot of you got that part right. And that also the important part is that right over here, this new anxiety that seized him, right? This is very important because this connects directly to your book title, The Telltale Heart, right? Why is this heart so significant? Well, now we know what the author was foreshadowing, what the author was trying to tell us with the heart. The heart is significant because it's the main thing that causes him this anxiety, this fear, this doubt. Okay? And a heart can also symbolize a lot of things too. We'll go into that little later. But looking over here, right? So the officers were fine. They're like, okay, I don't see anything wrong, right? You've explained everything to us. That shriek was from you and your dreams. All right. So we're just going to sit here and talk and chat and drink tea and, have fun, relax. Because his manner, the way the madman acted, didn't give them a single clue that something was wrong. But you have to understand the psyche, the way somebody that commits a murder is thinking. right? So this is testing your ability to get into the character, to really understand the character, to really know that he's crazy, but many people would feel this way too, right? Imagine if you had did a murder. How would you feel if police officers just sat in your home talking and chatting? You would start feeling very nervous, right? And because this man is also crazy about the heart, he starts to get anxious. About what? Right? What does he start getting so antsy, anxious, and stressed about? Tells you right here. I felt myself getting pale. So this part, when you are getting anxious, right? What does the word pale mean? It means to turn a color, to light color. In the sentence here, her hands turn pale from standing in the cold. What part of him is turning pale? Is it his arms, his legs? What? That's up to you to think about. Okay? And then he starts talking. His head ached and his ears started ringing. He's thinking now that his ears are ringing. This sound, this ring, 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 ring sound is happening again and again. And it's driving him crazy in his head. So crazy. Now, your job is to think about what that ringing sound represents. Okay, so this part, especially number 3, goes back to the lines 90 to 110. Okay, there's a connection there. What is ringing in his ears that he hears in his head? But the officers don't hear anything, right? They're still sitting and talking until he gets so crazy with this ringing in his head that he's like, oh, it's not in my head. Not at all. And that's where it stops, right? It's not within his ears, and his ears are on his head. So now he thinks that the noise is not coming from his head, this ringing sound. Okay, so that's the most important part. The last line here is the most important line that you have to know, because this is the change in the plot. This is the change to the resolution, the denouement in the plot pyramid. Okay, so in this question, why does that line change the plot? Okay, because before he was really confident, right? He's sitting there with the cops, the police officers, and just talking. And then he starts hearing a ringing sound in his head. And last but not least, he realizes that this ringing sound is not in his head. It's actually where? Okay? All right. So this question is asking, why did the madman wish them gone? What was he feeling that made him wish the police officers to be gone and not sitting there talking? All right. I think 4, 5, and 6, you guys are good. So this question number 6, include a emotion, please. Like, is he changing from, a lot of you are saying that he was confident. So he's changing from confident to what now? Okay. Or emotions or a character trait that talks about the madman. All right. I think that's it. A lot of your answers were good for 4, 5, and 6, but just fix 1, 2, 3, and 7 and include a character trait for number 6. Okay. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good. All right. Please do that on Tuesday, which is 5/19. And have a great day, guys. And we will have your Kahoot text quiz after the last paragraph, which is going to be on Wednesday. Okay, bye.